Hello, everyone, and welcome, of course, to my channel. Lorena Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis, and of course, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, if you've been following on Twitter, your girl had a nasty bout of of food poisoning, and that's why I could not make it to Toxic Femme last night. So I apologize for that. But as today, I'm actually able to move more than 10 feet without deciding, hey, I should go back and just go back to sleep. I'm here with you all. So thank you so much for all of the get well wishes. I appreciate it. I am definitely on the mend, and I will be sticking to making my own ramen at home like I've been doing. So definitely gonna stick to that. So before we get started with our amazing guest for this afternoon, we have Fat Steven Seagal. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing great. Catching up on some sleep, catching up on life, and just I don't know, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm actually quite content right now.
Yeah, it's
How
good.
are you? Besides ramening the intestines.
Uh, I don't appreciate that some cup of ramen kicked my ass, but
Oh, was it like the actual cup? Like we have to pull off the lid, add the water? It's not.
yeah, like
What I'm guessing, it's not the noodles. I'm guessing it's the vegetables, or it was actually probably tainted and they didn't check it.
I think so because it hadn't expired or
Yeah.
anything like that because that's the first thing that I checked. But yeah,
Yeah, because usually I don't, when you know how they give you the sauce, like they'll give you the powder and then they'll give you the vegetables separately. I usually
yeah,
throw out the vegetable. I don't trust any of the pre-made vegetables in anything, not even in like Mexican rice. I'll just throw in my own shit.
that's it because the other brand that I get, um,
Yeah,
I don't even think they do that. I don't even think there were vegetables in that one. It's like a spicy one. So I'm sticking with that one from now on.
that's
I'm
good.
never ugh, that's good to know because I was like, food poisoning?
That's
From
the only they
what?
could be because of dehydrated vegetables, right? So you don't know
Yeah.
like somebody's gotten to them. And remember, as we know with most food processing stuff, there's a certain amount of red or whatever type of droppings allowed in there. So,
God, okay. Well,
I have one question though, quickly.
what?
How hard was it just using your tongue to pull yourself to the bathroom each time? Because your body was probably just like crap. I was trying to picture you like, I don't even get here now, and the last time.
Well, thankfully, since I was a gymnast in high school, I kind of perfected that method of falling out of bed and rolling to wherever it is I need to go.
Just stop, drop, and don't throw up on the carpet.
Yeah,
Uh,
just slowly we'll progress and roll that way. Yeah, Gary Banjo, Sam Worthington, Ramen 1, Lorena 0. Yeah, so now I know. Stick to the brand that I was used to getting, and don't try Nissan Ramen ever, ever. I like to make my own at home when I do have the time, but man, yeah, yeah. But I'm on the mend. Thanks so much. It's good to finally be able to maybe want to eat something. Thank you so first of all, thank you so much to the 21 of you folks here. So glad to see you. So glad to see you. And let's see, Felicity Poobell, thank you so very much for that $5 super chat. I so do appreciate that, my dear. And I love this avatar. Glad to hear Toxic Femme is not really toxic any longer. Be well, girl, and drink plenty of fluids. Watch out for that pollen as well. Yeah, pollen kicked my ass 2 weeks ago. That's why I miss Toxic Femme. And this one, it was a cup of ramen noodles. So yeah, definitely lots of fluid and rest. So thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Felicity Poobell. I so do appreciate it. Well, without any further ado, we are going to bring on our guest for the
I don't know.
hour. You don't know?
I don't know. She has a long history of calling me fatto.
Really? But at
Yeah,
least
it's
she
very,
doesn't call
very
you
emotional.
guest.
I have emotional damage. Emotional
Emotional damage.
damage. And right now she's shaking her head, right? She's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, all right, good. Keep shaking it.
Well, folks, we are going to bring to the show Maria of Maria with T and Telly. How are you, my dear?
You're muted
Oh,
Hey
again.
there.
there you
Oh
go.
my God. I had to mute in case I started laughing too loud. I
Don't
can't
worry,
believe
Fado
he won't
forgets
ever let me forget it. I said it once accidentally. I mushed two words together and that came out, and he won't let me forget
Oh, it's only
it.
one
Oh,
thing. We got somebody here who every time he sends me a super chat, he'll say Reina Creole
he
and
doesn't
yes.
exist. He doesn't
He calls
exist.
it.
him
Yes.
yes.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Thank you so much for having me. And
Oh,
as
you're
a Latina, I got to call you La Reina.
gracias, gracias. Yeah, my family, it's very interesting because my family, especially here in Florida, of course, we were a Spanish colony, then became a British colony, then became a Spanish colony again, and then became, part of the United States of America. So America came to us, and when America came to us, all of that Latino identity kind of like melded with a bunch of things
Melted.
because that was a Creole culture, and it a lot of it, I won't say it lost, it kind of mutated.
Yeah.
So
Evolved. Evolved.
exactly evolved, so to speak, because the interesting thing is my government name. If you are Latina or Latino, you will pronounce it exactly as she intended, which drives my ears nuts. It drives my ears nuts. So I can automatically tell sometimes if someone has a particular background just by the way that they say
The
my
way
name.
it's
And I
said.
said, you know what, that's like the biggest joke.
Shots. Well,
But
thank you.
it's interesting. I love it. And that's an interesting, very interesting part of my family history that I'm having
That's
fun
awesome.
digging up.
It's good to hear
Her
that.
other favorite thing to do in pastime is making ramen. So it's kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds like
I'm
that.
gonna have to make my ramen again by hand.
I want to eat ramen, not be running.
uh, yeah, not doing the yeah, kind of
It's
like,
just a
why do I
shame.
feel so green?
Oh, that's a horrible feeling.
Oh, it sure is. But first of all, before I forget, thank you, Battle Him 63, for becoming a channel member at the Suave Society level. And thank you, Universal Dorks, for becoming a channel member at the Caliente Crew level. Thank you guys so very much. I am going to be scheduling a members only live stream pretty soon. Also, remember for the Jackbox game stream on Saturday, if you are a channel member, you get first crack at getting into the game room before I open it to let other folks in.
Nice.
So that's another perk for you guys. We have Christian Fandom Geek who says, "What's up?" Well, what's up, Christian Fandom Geek? I don't think I've seen you in my chat before. So welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. Deej Odyssey. Hey Deej says never
Oh my
fear.
god.
Maria's official snort counter is here. Oh, that's funny because I have been known to do that.
Hmm.
I've been known to laugh so hard. It's very rare, but when I do it, they're like, "Oh my god, did Lorena just snort?"
Can,
Lorena just
can I can I ask a quick favor, Lana? Can you blow up me quickly? Can you blow me up quickly? And Maria,
uh,
can you read what it says, please? I did just now for you.
oh,
What? Where? Oh gosh! Stop it! You're emo.
never
Fado,
fear.
Fado's team.
Maria's official snort
he
counter
changed
is
it to Fado. Oh my
here.
gosh!
Dude.
He had to do it.
There you go.
Snorts. I got it.
He had to do it.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Oh,
make a coffee blend called
oh, thank you
Fado Dark.
so much for that 99-cent
oh my
diamond super sticker.
gosh!
I so do appreciate the support, my dear. Hope you guys had fun on Toxic Fab. I missed it last night. But folks, of course, you can catch and I as we do our live watch party series of Reacher. We're doing the season finale over on Twitch
Mm,
on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Her channel is also known as Positive Fandom. So please do check
yes.
that out. I'm excited about the stuff we've got
Yeah.
collaborating on in the future. It's amazing, amazing. And she
You
says,
two are an
hello.
awesome team.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
Wow,
you.
that hurts.
What hurts? What I do now?
Oh
We're an awesome team too.
my god.
We're the first awesome team.
He's killing me. He's killing me.
That's right.
Yeah, we do Ram Bam 3000. Me and Eris do compete for snorts, but Eris has got me beat when it comes to the snorts and everything. Let's see who else we got here. I see 29 of you in here in the chat. Thank you so very much. Please do hit
My
that like button
friends.
and share the stream because Maria with T and Telly is on the show today. We have got Louise X Sparrow who says, good evening. Good
Hi,
evening, my dear.
Louise.
And thank you for being a channel member. We got Lug Nut 6, another channel member who says, hello to the dreamy diamond of Florida, Lorena Creole. Hope
Oh,
you are feeling much better. I am Lug Nuts. Thank you so very much. You know, it is really humbling to be felled by a darn cup of noodles.
right.
It's
Jesus.
uh
I
uh
know. No.
I'm very thankful. Yes. Very thankful. I'm feeling better. Thank you guys for all the good wishes. I do not like to miss shows, especially due to some freaking
I
cup
know.
of noodles.
That cup of noodle.
Like, come
Noodle
on
bring you down.
now.
That's your kryptonite.
Oh. Hey, Ram Bam 3000, Reina Creole, hail and well met. Well, thank you. Glad you're joining us from across the pond, along with Gary Banger Sandwich Worthington. Andy Masterson is
Andrew
here who says,
Masterson.
hello, Lorena. Well, hello, Andy. Glad to see you here. Apollome's minion is here. Well, hello, Apollo, that gorgeous doggo avatar that I absolutely love. Christine the Killer Car, another channel member, says, hey, beautiful, can't stay long. Have to pick my daughter up from work. Just thought I would stop in to say hey. Well, I'm glad you stopped by, my dear. Always good seeing you. Brian McCann says, lick that like paper. Keely Chow. Hey, everybody. Hey, Keely. And of course, Roll Tide. You should appreciate that. And Sherry Sherd says, hello, everyone. Family, happy to be here. Well, happy you are here, Sherry Sherd. So glad you're here. Zachary 315 says, howdy, y'all. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we've got Release the McCracken, another channel member. I see you waving there. So good to see you. Would you prefer, Raina, would you prefer us to slam the like or lick the like? I don't care. Long as you hit it. Long as you have some kind of
Back up
interaction.
into it. Something.
Yeah. Roll over it.
Let's give it
Crack
the
the
ramen slamming.
Oh, I'm
I'm going
glad
to
you
hell.
recovered from the deli belly. You know what? If it was no, because I have eaten some really hot food. Like I pretty much I have a cast iron stomach. So that's why it's usually not spice that's bothering me. It's like either somebody didn't wash their hands before they were cooking it, or who knows what happened at the plant. I trust someone's food that they made at their house. So anywhere else.
Really?
Was it dollar store ramen? No, it wasn't. It was a national brand and it was at Target. Like I say, Nissan, just avoid it. Just avoid it. Hello there, Jeffrey Nelson said it's cold and windy on Texas Ridge, Idaho. Miss Creole, enjoy the Florida warmth. Oh, well, I definitely sure will. Sure will. Here's Snore to Poopus. I see you there. Says ramen has always annoyed my tummy. Really? Ugh. Usually, like I said, I pretty much love ramen. When I had like fresh ramen at like an Asian
Mhm,
restaurant, I was
mhm.
so taken with it. I was like, I need to go out and make this by myself because college you get the
Mhm.
cheap ramen $5 for $1. If you really had money, you had a hot dog to put in it too.
Right?
Carrie says, hello, hello, hello. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. So glad to see all of you people here. Thank you so, so, so very much for all the wishes. I hope you're feeling better tonight. Missed you last night. Hello, Fat Steven. Well, thank you, Dr. Dragon. I am feeling much better today. And Labasco scenario. Hello, says the Reina Creole. Fat Steven, what is up, guys? Well, what is up is it's fun and glad to see you here. Glad to see you, Bosco. Definitely check out Bosco's channel. He's got some cool stuff going on. And Dave
Hey.
Bob is here with one of my favorite Looney Tunes characters as his avatar. Says, howdy. Good to see you. Good to see you. D just like, give me the snorts. Give me the snorts. I could have swore I saw PJ in the
He
chat.
was
Or
in
it
there.
was.
He
Mhm.
was. There he is. Okay. Hey, Lorena and friends. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Always glad seeing you, PJ. Every time I see that, I'm like, okay, gotta remember third season of the Orville is coming. You know, they missed the original premiere date, and I was kind of pissed about that.
I
Ah,
know.
I
We all
just,
were. We all
I
were
just
crying
want to
in our
see
pillows
it.
at
I
night.
love it. I love it so much. Greetings, everyone. Lorena Creole. I keep noticing something shiny on a finger of yours. John Ware Jr. Yes, it's a vintage ring. Actually, here I'll blow it. I'll blow it up. It's like a vintage blue topaz ring with channel
Very
set
nice.
diamonds. Kind of like a little fun purchase for myself. For those of you who are freaking out, no, the other one is completely bare. We'll answer that question right now.
I know, right?
Yeah, we'll answer that. Okay, well, I think we have got everyone. Thank you so much. I see you coming in there. There's D Nice Gamer. There is War Monkey, Supball, D Nice Gamer, Hi Lorena, Fat Steven, Maria, and Chat. Yep, yep, yep. Getting better, getting better. Yeah, it's kind of like cup of soup, but with noodles in it. But I'm not going to talk about it because as soon as I start talking about it, I start feeling green all over again. Hey, Vega Outlaw, glad to see you here. And there's Tracy Asteri says, hi there. Well, hello to you, my dear. Hello, hello, hello. Cavatino Cavalryman Che is here. Yes, the Reina Creole, one of the best Korean ramen places one of my friends took me to was in Koreatown, Tacoma, and the noodles were handmade by an old man. That's how you're supposed to have ramen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. The old Korean lady,
Right.
Ajima. That's where you get it from.
Right.
Hello, classic glue reviews. Says hello, Lorena. I need extra crawfish in my Creole, please. You never get enough crawfish, that's for sure. Crawfish are
Do you
just
know who
so.
Classic Blue Reviews?
I do not. He is completely new to my
He
chat.
is an awesome guy. He is a Star Trek actor, and
Oh,
of many things, to be honest.
okay.
And his content's amazing. His name's Mike. Thank you for being here, Mike.
Okay, Mike, classic glue reviews. Gonna have to check out your
You
channel,
have
my
to
dear.
check out his channel. It's
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you for bringing them to my attention. See, it's another reason why I love doing this show because not only do I bring like guests on, but I get to like meet other,
The others.
meet other people and find out about other channels. So I
Mhm.
absolutely love it. Classic Glue Reviews. Thank you so very much. Check that out. There's T-shirted historian. There's the Reina Creole. Hello, hello. So good to see you. So good to see you. All right. So we pretty much got everyone. 33 you folks in here watching, and Maria T and Telly is our guest. So glad you're here, my dear. So of course we got to ask you the standard starting questions.
Yeah.
First of all, what are your memories of lunchtime at school?
You know what? The first thing that popped in my mind is my favorite thing. I know this is going to sound bizarre, but I used to love the salad bar because it was, you didn't have to wait in line where everybody else is waiting for those plastic trays to get filled up. But the
Uh-huh.
salad bar, man, that ranch dressing was the best. And then a salad, like pile it high and that was my favorite part of
Uh,
um, of lunch. Yes.
yeah, we had one of those too, a salad bar. I swear, no one in at my high school listened to the morning announcements unless it said there will be no salad bar in the cafeteria today.
You're all waiting for it.
We're like, what do you mean we can't, do the salad bar? Because I remember back in the day, the big thing was to be able to go to the all-you-can-eat restaurant and get what you wanted, and I guess the salad bar was like the closest
The
thing
closest thing.
that you could get to it. So it was like the world was coming to an end if we didn't have a
Yep, that's how it was for me too. And we
salad.
also had these famous cabbage pocket rolls. And
Really?
matter of fact, I snagged the recipe and handed it out to all my high school peeps because we were all craving it. And they sell them to the public because people grow up with them. I grew up in a small town.
Hmm.
So, but they used to sell them every time they had Cabbage Pocket Day, and they were the best things ever.
Cabbage pocket. I have never
Mm,
heard of those.
so good.
Is it
But the
like
critics
boiled
were
cabbage?
they would cook the ground beef with the cabbage and season it and stuff, and then roll it into a nice
Mhm.
dough kind of pocket thing. So you just hold it, and it's all toasty warm, and it just they were amazing.
It almost sounds like oh God, what's it called? Almost like corned beef and cabbage.
Just about, but
Okay.
they it was a high school cafeteria, so we're going with ground beef.
Yeah, because they're not going that high up. They're just
They're
like,
not going
what do we
yeah,
already have here
right.
that we can use and repurpose?
That's right.
Speaking of repurposing, actually, um, did you have square or round pizza in school?
Square, square, because it fits perfectly in the little square part.
Yep.
It would have looked funny round. We're gonna have to go with square.
It's God, it's so funny how that works. It's like, yeah, they do it because it's like, we got the pans, we got the big huge cookie sheet pans. We'll just redo it and give it some square pizza. Salad bar in high school, they exist. I don't know about now, but they did when I was a kid.
When I was around, yeah. I'm an '80s girl, and yeah, so I used to love that, and then we used to have only if you were a senior, you got to go into the quiet room where you
Hmm.
didn't have to be bothered by the peasants, and you could just sit back there. So I'd go on the comfy couch, listen to my Duran Duran and Aha while I'm eating my salad.
The reflex, da, 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 da.
Oh
Man, they
boy.
Mhm.
went on tour. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be able to get to see Duran Duran.
I know, I know. I was gonna see Aha on their last tour.
Hmm.
And I think I told somebody this. I was all excited because okay, I'm gonna have to reveal something. I have never in my life been to a concert. Never been to a concert.
Really?
So Aha was gonna be my very first, and I was so excited because I grew up with them, and
Hmm.
I was dating this guy. Anyway, we are gonna fly out to New York. He broke up with me right before the concert.
You know what?
I was like, if you didn't want to take me, you just should have said so.
I don't know what it is about concerts and breakups,
I
but the
can't.
first concert that I went to see was Prince in
Really?
Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and my boyfriend at the time said, "Hey, let's do something spontaneous." I'm like, "Okay, let's go see Prince in Miami." I'm like, "All right, you paying?" He's like,
Right.
"Study." Oh yeah, I'm paying. We can go. Yeah, and we broke up like a week after that concert.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of uh, a lot of history around concerts, breakups, get-togethers, and, babies,
Hookups,
hookups,
booty
babies.
calls gone wrong.
I wouldn't know. I've just never been to one. I just
Oh, you got to go to one.
I would
It's
love to.
it's wait. What?
Hmm.
You're not pulling my leg on this, are you? Dang it. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna drain all my money if that happens to turn out. I mean, it's just
The closest I ever got to anything concert was I actually ran into Michael Jackson at the
re-
airport. We hung out for a little
that's
bit.
cool.
And then, another time, I actually, it was, what are the three guys? What's good? Oh, no, it wasn't three guys. Yeah, Run DMC. I actually
Oh.
hit one of them in the elbow with my suitcase. It was so embarrassing. He was really nice about it, though. I'm like,
Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh, that's
sorry.
funny.
But, oh god.
I'm
Oh,
starting
and
to
then
see a trend here.
I know
What?
I've just always heard it.
You hurt my
Nothing
feelings.
special.
That I'm
Lots of
hurting
frequency.
people. Yes. And I sat on the plane with
Hmm.
Whitesnake when I went to California to go sing in Disneyland. So that was sitting next to him
Wow.
there. Yeah.
So you bumped into some really like
Some
cool 80s
some amazing
pop
people. Yeah.
icons. Wow.
Yeah.
Was it really
Oh
bumping? It
yeah.
sounds more like assault at this point. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm hearing more like she's saying this for alibi purposes.
well, I did accidentally. I did get my necklace caught in Paula Abdul's hair when she
See?
came to hug me, and I was so embarrassed of that too. She's so little. She's like tiny. I'm
Hmm.
shorter, right? I'm like 5'1", barely 5'2". She's shorter than I am, and she's so tiny. And I was like barely wanting to hug her. Get her my necklace. I got her hair is all. I'm like, sorry. Yes, I know. Nobody wants to be around me.
If you want like a huge laugh, on YouTube, search like Paula Abdul, Alan Richson, um, American Idol. So I don't know if you ever watched the show Reacher. That's on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, I haven't seen it
It's
yet.
oh god,
Where did I start?
it's such a good
I can't
show.
remember.
Such a good show. It's on Amazon Prime. So the guy who plays the lead, Alan Ritson, who is really hot. This is like from when he was really young and he was auditioning for American Idol, and Paula Abdul just couldn't even talk. And he's like coming on to her, and they're just like, "We're gonna let you audition just for Paula alone." And Randy and Simon left her, right?
Oh my gosh.
It
That's
is one of the
hilarious.
most
I would
hilarious
love
things
to
to
see that.
watch because
Oh wow.
she is just so, she's like,
She's
I
all
kept it
giddy.
professional. I did.
Right.
She said, but he's really cute. He's
That's
ever cute.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Soul Assassin says, lesson of the day, folks. When at an airport, swing your luggage everywhere and you just might hit a star.
Isn't that the truth? Soul Assassin. Hey, good to see you, by the way.
Oh, hey, release forever her curl in your neck. This is why I love my chat because they will come up with stuff that is just awesome. It's just awesome. I'm telling
You
you.
would do that, wouldn't you, Release? That was funny. I'm sorry. That was a good
I'm
one.
just letting the snort count go.
That was, that was a good one.
Four snorts. Five,
Teach.
five.
Teach. Teach.
We got stuck in London after our Prince gig. That's what Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington says. Oh, you played with Prince? Prince was one of the most surreal and amazing concert experiences I've ever been at.
I bet.
First
I
of
bet.
all, we waited for like 45 minutes before
Oh,
he got
wow.
started. But when he got started, literally, it was a non-stop show.
Wow.
I mean,
Full
this
energy.
dude, I swear they had to force him to like take a break in
Oh,
between sets. Not that his band wasn't that bad. I think that was when
yeah.
it was the New Power Generation, I think.
Mhm.
But he put on like a show. Like he wasn't in one place. He was
I
literally
bet. Everywhere.
every everywhere. I often have disagreements with people. They're just like, who's better at a concert, Michael Jackson or Prince? I'm like,
Oh,
do you really want to make me choose? Because I'm going to choose
this
Prince.
that'd be a tough one. I would, yeah.
It's tough. It's just like, how that's not fair.
I know. I know.
It's so not fair. Classic Glee Review says Lorena Creole, I've been in a few music videos. Ooh Wee by Master P and It Sleeps by Metallica.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that's right.
Nice.
He's been in a lot of stuff I'm jealous of.
Uh,
So,
dude, I'm gonna have to check out that
mm,
channel of yours. Hey, Arwen Avalon says, my girl Maria, hey baby cakes.
it's our win.
And she follows it up with, hey Snorty.
That's just, you guys are something else. I can't help
Oh,
it.
oh, thank you, Cavatano. Yeah, I'm gonna see just how much money. News says Richardson stripped off his shirt for yes, he did. He did. It was something else to say. Oh, well, you were speaking about singing at Disneyland. Do you want to
Oh
tell us
yeah.
some more about that?
Oh gosh, I've been singing since I was like 5, and my grandma threw me on stage, and she's like, "Go,
She threw
Mija."
you? Wait, she threw you?
Yeah, she's like threw me
You
on
didn't get a
stage.
concussion, did you?
No, I didn't.
All right,
That
good.
time I didn't trip, but I love my grandma. The one who recently died, that was 107,
Oh my
and
goodness.
107, yeah, I think 107. Anyway, I just have memories of her, on me on the couch, and she would do that scratchy head thing, just scratch your head. You're all, and we used to sing together. And then just
Mm-hmm.
one day she had me go up and sing. So I've been singing ever since. And then so I got hired to sing a lot of places. I actually did a recording, and it was number 2 for a month,
Mm-hmm.
out of 100 people. So that was pretty good, and I had a lot of chances to make it, but I was all scared. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. Now I could kick myself for it, but then I got hired to go sing in Disneyland and then Universal and some
Mm-hmm.
places out in California, and that was a good experience because I got to get on everything for free. So I'm like, okay. I really wanted to sing there just so I could go there without having to pay the price of those tickets.
Hey.
And I had the best time at Universal Studios, and just some memories I won't forget. But it was a lot of fun. I miss singing. I still do it, but I damaged my vocal cords, so they're kind of
Oh
um,
no.
I'm trying to heal them back again. So I
Mm-hmm.
sing, but not as much as I used to until I can get them repaired.
It
And
almost sounds like sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no,
It
you're done.
when you say that about your vocal cords, it reminds me of Adele,
Mhm,
what happened to her. And for a while there we thought we were never going to get a chance to
mhm,
hear her sing ever, ever
mhm,
again because she had damaged her vocal cords and actually
mhm.
had to have surgery for it.
I know. I was worried about that too because they're very delicate, and sometimes they don't come back. I mean, Shania
Mhm.
Twain came back from hers. There was a few other singers, same thing.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm still hoping mine comes back.
Well, I certainly hope so because I really I cannot sing whatsoever. So
No,
I love
no.
no, oh no. Here's people have said, "Oh, well, you sound good." I'm like, no, compared to the rest of the people in my family who can actually sing, I am not that good, not by a freaking long shot, at all, at all. I stay in my lane for the
Be
most.
like, I'm gonna do this over here. Well, you're doing that. Music is my life, though. I love music. My dad played guitar, and he used to play the guitar while I would stand next to him, and we would sing together. And so people always ask us to sing at at
Mhm.
functions and stuff. And I can't tell you how many times I sang "Endless Love" at weddings.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I missed that. Oh, I got hired to sing New York nightclubs out there where I don't even know how they heard of me there. But so yeah, this is one thing I miss singing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was laughing at that comment of somebody saying that you're not supposed to live forever, but my grandma sure tried. No kidding.
You know what? Yeah, and I was actually gonna opine on this. Did your because I know my great aunt. I remember her. She lived in Miami. She was like I think 99,
Uh-huh.
and we went to like the nursing home for a birthday to bring like cake and balloons, and it almost seemed like we were like a SWAT team going in there because we had all this stuff, and people like we don't usually get visitors like this. And during the birthday party, she's just like, I feel like God forgot about me
That's what my grandma
because
said.
she outlived all of her children and two husbands.
Mm. Was she related to my grandma? Same thing
Prob
happened to my
could be,
grandma.
yeah.
She outlived two husbands, and her
Mhm.
last husband that that she outlived. Okay,
Mhm.
this is gonna sound straight funny, but this is the age difference between them. She used to babysit him and change his diapers. And years later, she ends up marrying him. But that's the
Oh.
age difference, and she outlived him by several years.
Oh.
People always ask her, "What are you doing? How do, what are you taking?" And she's like, I like my chips and salsa. I like my, food. I don't know. I'm just." She's like, "I think God forgot about me."
It's like when you hear that, it's like you laugh, but at the same time, it's kind of like, wow, what does that kind of feel like?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Imagining so many things that she got to see over her time, the inventions of things that she got to see, and
Mhm.
that's just crazy. I mean, she survived COVID. She got COVID even, and that's crazy.
That is nuts.
What's Steven doing back there? Is he sawing logs and calling in the hogs, or what?
Oh, he's
I'm
there.
not.
He'll
I'm
chime
letting the
in.
guests talk.
He's just like,
Trust
Holy
me, he will
crap!
he will chime in with a zinger for you. I know I
I was
could
writing
stand
memoirs. I'm now in the Fado chapter. It was the worst of times. It was the hungriest of times.
times.
One snort to mend us, one insecurity to bend us over.
Oh, well, Demaj, and I thank you
uh,
so much for that $2 super chat, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Demaj and
$2.
I is, of course, the Lord Commander and a member of the Dark Council.
I want my
So,
$2.
my $2. I want my $2. Oh, I remember that movie. I want my
I
$2.
love it.
Says hello to the beautiful super producer and panel. Well, thank you so much for that, Damaj, and I appreciate the heck out of that. Folks, the Dark Council is now permanently on the Drunk 3PO Basement channel. Make your own jokes. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So please do check it out. And thank you for being here, Damaj, and I sure do appreciate that.
Speaking of
Uh,
producer, I do want to shout out to my wonderful team who's actually here. My
oh,
team
go ahead.
consists of my awesome agent PJ, if he's still lurking around there, I'm not sure. But unless he, yeah, took off. Spain is kind of late for him right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is top notch genius. Oh, he's still there. And then my lovely producer and PR manager, Tracy Asteria. So
Mm-hmm.
they're here with me.
Let's see. I saw Tracy
Yeah,
earlier.
she was here.
Awesome.
That's not a Spanish flag.
Oh, point of interest before I forget, PJ. You get a chance, look
Run.
up the history of the you're funny. Look up the history of the flag of the state of Florida. You will notice it looks very familiar to a certain era in Spanish history.
Hmm.
And it's that way on purpose, actually. Stephen is plotting something
He
diabolical.
is.
He's
Not
like,
He
really.
always is.
No, I'm actually not. I'm actually no plans. Just chill. We're good.
Wow.
Chilling is always good. Well, we have some questions actually for you. Yes, or when you guys should definitely do that. You
Oh, we
guys,
can do it. Oh, the global sausages.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, plotting.
wow, I missed that one.
Look how red she's turning.
I know.
It was invented on our show, on the Tea and Telly show.
My sausages are global, y'all.
Really? Oh, well, do tell, because this is about you and your channel. So please do tell this story.
She's gonna kill me.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's probably laughing in the
I'm
back.
talking about you. I don't, her.
Oh,
Stay
yeah.
lines. I'm good. Stay lines. I'm good.
So we were just talking. Well, we had Arwen on. It was just
Hmm.
lady stream, and we were talking about just dating, I guess. And then I asked her if her sausage was global or if she just stuck with a certain U.S. market. And so now that I think Stephen made a little snip of
No,
her.
that was Mark.
Oh, was it Mark that made that? Somebody made a little snip of her saying, "Oh my God, y'all, my sausage is global." So you had to be there. It was quite the stream. But anyway, yep.
Oh man. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to go back and check this out. It's interesting how people will say, "Hey, go check out so and so's stream." And lately, I've taken to since my schedule's so busy, I'll just like lurk on people's streams
Yeah.
and listen to stuff.
Listen.
Sausage is global.
Oh, there
No,
it
my
is.
sausage is global. No, my sausage is global. No, my sausage is global.
My
Oh
God.
my
No, my
goodness.
sausage is
He
global.
found it.
No, my
Yeah, he did. Like I said, Fat Steven will come up with this.
Don't blame me. Blame Mark the infinitely tired.
Mark the infinitely tired, dude.
Oh.
That was you.
Oh my
Harper
goodness.
says, no, too late. Too late now.
If you want to buy that ringtone, go to my shop at Steve's Spring. No, I was kidding.
Oh my gosh. We have a
People are-
lot of fun on my show, so I think that's I kind of take that formula you do where you just people love coming to your show because they have so much fun. It is fun, and that's what I like to do on my show and I have people on is I love laughing.
Mhm.
Laughing is just such a healing thing to do, and
It's very global.
it's very global. Yes,
Yeah.
laughing is global. You can understand laughing in any language.
Hey, that
It's a
that's
bratwurst.
true. That's true. But before we get into more about your show, there's some questions that the
Oh,
chat has
okay.
here about your singing, and I don't wanna lose track of these. Classic Glue Review says or asks, where did you sing at Universal, and what years was that?
Let's see. I did it twice. Once in, oh my God, do I have to reveal this? Once in '88. That's when I sang at both
Hmm.
Universal and Disneyland. But gosh, in that one, I can't even remember where we set up. I remember Disneyland. I set up the band in the Goofies. I don't even know if they have it now. It was like a little Goofy's restaurant. Was it a restaurant?
Um,
For
at Disneyland, right?
Disneyland, yeah. And it was a
I
Goofy's
forget.
something.
I think I remember something
Yeah.
like that. Was it
I can't
I'm
even
drawing a
remember the
blank
name of it.
because
See,
I've
that's
only
not
been to
good.
Disneyland like twice, so I
They
don't
just
know it as well as you,
pointed and
bro.
said, "Go there and sing." And I said, "Okay." I don't have to remember it. I was too busy watching everything. I was so fascinated my first time on the airplane, and nobody told me about getting airsick.
Oh,
And I was like, "I got this. Why? How could you get airsick on an airplane? That's just ridiculous."
it happens to some people. I never understood it either. I'm like, how can you get
Yeah.
air
How?
air sick. Like I don't
Makes
understand how people
makes
can get
sense.
car sick or get air sick, but I'm just crazy. But for some people, that's like a really big deal.
Car sick, yes, I do. I can't read in the car, and or I will, yeah.
Hmm. And Trinoculus P asks, "What are your favorite vocal music genres, Maria?"
Hmm. You know, my music's very eclectic. It's just I go everywhere. Of course, since I was an '80s queen, of course, '80s is a big thing for me. But my music ranges like all over the place. I can be listening to Evanescence one moment and Mozart the next because I love classic music. I love, especially. I love music from different cultures, and
Hmm.
I listen to French music, Italian music, Spanish. You know, I listen to it all in lots of different genres. And anybody who follows me on Twitter knows what mood I might be in or what era I'm feeling because I'll always post a song that I'm listening to at the moment. I think these guys
Oh,
might
okay.
like that, and I'll just throw it on there. But I also have my to give everybody a break. I tell everybody it's time to dance when I put on today's music. Though everybody was like, I bet they were hesitant to click that button like because I put on the Backstreet Boys, and I said, don't act like you don't even dance to this or like it, you know, because you know
Yeah, Backstreet Boys, Instinct.
you do. Instinct.
Oh God, y'all are gonna laugh. Mark and the Funky Bunch. Mark Wahlberg will forever be Marky Mark to
You
me.
know, yeah, Marky Mark. And just before I was coming and I was getting ready, I was listening. I have the Bluetooth headset, so I was walking around my room and listening. And then Britney Spears happened to come on. Baby, hit me one more time. And I didn't even realize I'm all jamming out to my. I am dancing to Britney Spears. Hit me one more time like a fool.
Hey, I have Britney Spears Circus on my iPhone.
Do you? I
Yes,
like
yes, I
that.
do.
Wait,
Yeah, I
wait.
do.
What was that comment PJ just had? Because I want to know.
Oh.
I know too.
Actually, Maria can't read in the car because she insists on being the driver.
That's true.
But I want life
That's very
insurance.
true.
Oh,
I'm a good driver. My
Yeah,
daddy
oh,
was.
are
you are. Unlike
you?
the people on the hood of it.
My daddy was a cop. He drilled it in me to be a good
It's
driver.
okay. I
So
drive perfectly fine. It's only when I get home to the garage and I have to remove all the
right,
power wheels from the front
food
wheel.
ornaments.
Maria even likes Klingon opera.
I do. I say I
I
like
could
it all.
so be down with that, actually.
Uh, you know, I could listen to even from what's her name, the blue lady from what's
Fifth Element,
the Fifth Element. The
Hmm.
first
Sarah
time I heard
Brightman.
that, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Diva Opera. Yep, I love that one.
Ah, the diva opera. I sat there with my mouth open
That,
through the whole thing. She's amazing.
there's not many
Oh.
people that can hit the tone she did, and there's only like one
No,
or two in the world I think that can,
yeah, a
because
couple.
it's
Mhm.
if it's difficult as hell.
I'm not a big Sarah Brightman fan. She's okay.
The Fifth Element opera scene though,
No, that's not Sarah Brightman.
yes it
It's
is.
oh no. You've not seen the real singer who does that?
From
It's
my
not Sarah Brightman.
understanding, Fifth.
Ooh, somebody look that up
It's
because
I
if
am.
they pulled a CNC Music Factory,
yeah,
the
it's
one
not
where
Sarah
they
Brightman.
No,
had the
okay,
skinny
so
lady, but it was someone else's voice, and she sued them.
Oh yeah,
Pablo Laguna was actually
yeah,
Inva Mula Chaco. Then why were
yes.
people saying it? Why are people mislabeling it as Sarah Brightman?
I
My
don't know.
mistake on that. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
because she was
I have.
awesome.
Yeah,
D Nice Gamer says, Evanescence, do you enjoy some metal music?
I do actually. Believe it or not, I do even like the metal music. And gosh, I named some stuff that would probably blow you away if you knew I listened to it. But
Mm.
Damn.
yeah, I like it all. Well, there's some music I don't like, but I, I'm not the one who likes to offend, so I'm not going to even mention that. But but I listen to it all, country, you name it.
Hmm.
Country, I'm
Obviously,
out.
since I'm a country girl, you know.
Yeah, I gotta
No.
country is not well, first of all, I do love Evanescence, they're hot.
Yes.
Um, here's my
Mhm.
thing with country. Unless it's Johnny Cash,
Right.
unless it's Dolly Parton,
Mhm.
unless it's Patsy Cline.
Classic.
I think that's what it is.
That's what it
If
is.
it's classic
Classic
country,
country.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I love it too. There's some newer ones that I do like, Keith Urban. Oh my God, I could listen to him all the time. But yeah, it's mostly the classic country that I grew up with. So
So Lisette says 98 degrees. I have two sisters. I know the horrors of boy bands and pop music. You know what? I'll never forget when my sister drove me nuts trying to get tickets to go see. I think it was Instinct. I
Hmm.
know it's InSync, but I call him Instinct anyway.
instinct.
See,
I call him.
I've been lucky. I've met all of the Deftones. I had them sign a hat. I have met the lead singer of Econoline Crush in the Eden Center. I've met a whole bunch. I actually got to meet a lot of the band members that were participating in the Ozfest when it was down in Atlanta. Maria loves Vogue and What is wrong with you
You
people?
like Vogon poetry? Isn't that the poetry that would like
Yeah, if
drive you to
Hitchhiker's Guide.
yeet yourself?
Yeah.
Oh God, I
Oh,
love that book.
teach.
I love that book. Metal
Ay,
is
ay.
universal. Hey,
Yeah,
Lonnie
it is
Holcomb. Good to
actually.
see you. Good to see you. Felicity Poobell says, I thought the voice was computer
No,
generated.
no, 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 no.
She
That's
even does it live.
Wow.
it's
For
and there's an
sure.
Oriental singer or Chinese woman that can also
Yeah.
do it, right? And
They
she
pulled a
produces
Millie
all of it.
Vanilli. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
That means people have been mislabeling and
Did
calling
you
Sarah
know?
Brightman for God knows how
Did
long.
you know that Milli Vanilli actually could sing?
Yeah, other people's
Later
songs.
on, it was discovered they actually could sing.
Oh.
Wow.
Hmm.
Did you also hear he pulled down other people's music on Spotify and claimed it as his own?
I'm sure. But what a shame. They could have just done it
Yeah.
Yeah,
themselves.
just done it themselves and then their authentic
Hmm.
selves.
Hmm.
Would have been great.
Would have been great.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Kenny
Kenny
Rogers. Shoot,
Rogers.
the
Yeah.
gambler. Mm,
Right.
You gotta know when to fry them.
mm, mm. I love that. That was absolutely great. Let's see. So Maria, so tell us about your channel because I had fun looking at some of the things that you have on your channel.
This stuff.
How did you get started with your YouTube journey?
Well, I actually was in radio first. So I had a radio
Oh.
show. It was called Creep Show Radio.
Ooh.
And I had so much fun. I had, brought in some awesome people to interview and just ended up doing so well with that, which is harder to do. Um,
Mm.
Actually, YouTube's a little harder to do than that. You can sit behind a microphone and look however you want. Nobody's going to care. But I liked it a lot. And then I
Mhm.
decided that I missed it enough that I wanted to go back into it. But um, I don't know. I just started seeing people doing their own shows on YouTube. And I was like,
Mhm.
well, maybe I could do that too. Because I'm very animated.
Mhm.
I just would rather show people and be present.
Mhm.
So I decided just to do that, and when I started out, like I was saying, you got your name, you got everything ready, and you're like, all right, I'm ready to go. Now what do I do? I sat there and stared at my Twitter, stared at my YouTube, going, and then I just came across some amazing people that are very supportive. Um, and he's gonna roll his eyes, but PJ came to me first and he's like, what's your channel about? And I'm looking, I'm like my 5 videos on there. I'm like, well, nothing yet, but we're getting there. But I knew kind of the direction I wanted to go.
Mhm.
But to be honest, Tea and Telly's kind of evolved on its own. Um, it's just really growing into its own thing, and a lot of it has to do, I think, with the type of team that I have surrounding me. You know, at first, obviously didn't have a clue what I was doing, and then PJ brought me on to his Orville show, and seeing me at first going back to that video, and I'm all sitting there frozen. And I'm like, he's never going to invite me again after that. Because I just sat there frozen. I didn't know what to say, what to do. But I think he deliberately kept bringing me on so that
Mhm.
I could kind of come out of my shell, and I started to feel more and more comfortable. And and then I knew more or less what I wanted to do with the show.
Mhm.
And for me, people are always like, "What is your show about? What is Tea and Telly about?" And I always try to sum it up in a nutshell. It's just informative in a fun way. So you'll find
Mm.
informative things, but I do it in a fun way. And I don't know if you saw the way I did my book review. I don't just sit there and go, "Now this is a book that you should read because of this." I put music to it. I wore gloves. I talk through it. It's kind of fun to do it that way. So
Ah,
I
I didn't see
No,
that
my
one.
sausage is global.
and I do things like that. I invent global sausage,
Oh
and
my
but
gosh.
I am.
Sorry.
But I have some. I do some ASMR stuff as well.
Ooh,
So
I do too.
yes, you do.
Esmeralda live with cigarettes and laryngitis. Let's go. Mm.
I do stuff for authors. I read their books,
Oh.
do their little intros and stuff like that
Uh-huh.
too. So for me, it's all about promoting people's talents and stuff like that
Mhm.
too. So people who I have on, I also promote what they do, and try to bring attention to that, because that's like our motto. We grow together.
Mhm.
So
I think someone just broke into your house and shut the door.
right,
You can never beat in interruptions, whether it's, my favorite, of course, is, the pets who
the
like to,
pets.
I am talking about
I
you.
know. I know.
Or
He'll
when you're,
My
or
cat always steals the show. Well, that's why I call them the
Mhm.
Tea Telly cats.
They
Because
they all do for some reason. They just know, and they will just video bomb
all the
your
time.
your stream, and they just don't care. They're like, "All right, nope, nope,
Yeah,
I'm
if
gonna
it's
I'm
yeah.
not
gonna show up."
if it's not Maria's cats, it's PJ putting people's faces on bikinis where they don't belong.
My gosh,
God, you don't
that
want to see that.
sounds so scary.
My face on
Uh,
someone's ass. That's great.
PJ is so creative.
speaking of PJ though, when I first got into YouTube, he was one of the biggest, I would say, supporters, encouragers,
Hmm.
out there because I didn't know what I was gonna do with my channel. I got peer pressured into doing
Did you
to doing my
do
channel. You gonna
it?
do a channel? You gonna do a channel? Where's your channel? You gonna do a channel? Yeah, I'm like,
That
if I
sounds like
do a
PJ.
channel, will you just shut up and leave me alone? And it all started from there. It's like when I go back, I purposely kept up the first video that I ever did
Did you?
because of how I look. You know what? I probably shouldn't bring this up
That's fun.
just for
So was that
Carson
PJ doing
smile.
that? Because he's good at that.
He's really good at encouraging you
Yeah.
to do YouTube, connecting you with
Hmm.
people. And well, that video is
Yeah, he
buried
does
someplace.
well.
He's just really good at doing that. I mean, he got me onto one of his shows, and I really have to thank him for introducing me, or say reintroducing me to Stargate SG1 producer Joe Malozzi,
So,
because I had
hmm.
actually met him in Vancouver a couple of times. So it was cool to actually be on a stream with
Yeah.
him, and to get
Yes,
to tell him
yes.
again how much
Yeah,
I love Stargate
I
SG1.
know.
So
He's the best. I adore him. And
yeah.
of course, I'm in love with this dog. Suchi.
I don't think I've seen the
What?
dog.
Do you not follow him
No.
on Twitter?
I do, but it's here's the thing with
Oh,
my Twitter. My Twitter, it's my Twitter. I have like 7,500 people who follow me, and
mhm.
it's too much in my feed. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like a river current. I'll
limited.
like dip into it,
Right.
and so I always tell people if you want me to see something at me, because if not,
You're not gonna see
I
it.
won't.
Yeah.
And if
No,
it,
I won't see it.
and if you want to, just follow me, 7,500 people, and I'll just retweet all the crap you say and just make it worse for
Uh,
Uh,
her.
it's
At Taco.
It's interesting. Twitter, at first, I got on Twitter because me and several co-workers of mine, when we worked for Stark Industries, certain things we couldn't say at work, we would say on Twitter. And we've been like there ever since. And I went from like, oh, 50 people follow me to I don't know why it's that many now.
so I'm trying to get my Twitter and YouTube to balance out. I've got like 23
Mhm.
something hundred on Twitter, and I have to say though I've hit 600 in my YouTube, so that's it's getting there.
Yes, you have. And folks, all of Maria's social media links are on in the description box of this video. So definitely,
Thank
please,
you.
please do subscribe to her. We're going to bring up her channel in a little bit. But there is a awesome one. No, we haven't. We're about, I want to say, about 700 away from that. 700, 750.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of stopped promising things when I hit certain milestones because then I'll actually have to make good on it.
Right.
I'll have to
Then you
make
have
good
to
on
do
it.
it. There's that whole
Yeah.
thing.
I'll have to do it. But this is something that I actually wanted to run by you. Now, I myself, speaking of books, I loved reading the Sherlock Holmes books. So even in Star Trek Next Generation, when Data was basically Sherlock Holmes, I loved that. It's like I love those novels. I love how they're written. I love the mystery. They're what I
Mm-hmm.
call old school mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get into the brass tacks of deductive reasoning and following the evidence, um,
Yeah.
it's like that line, you know, once you follow, I'm paraphrasing here, once you followed all the evidence, you know,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how improbable it is, what remains must
Miss.
be the truth.
Yes. Yes. That's true. And that's what I think that's what I love about it. I got into forensics and crime scene investigation and stuff because I love problem solving. So I was a crime scene investigator for a while. So
Really? Oh my gosh, I'm envious of you.
it was awesome. Yeah.
I am so envious of you.
But I think a lot of it has to do growing up watching the classic Sherlock Holmes. So I love solving problems.
I know at one time I wanted to be a homicide detective.
Mm,
But my mom was like freaking out. She's like,
mm-mm,
"What if you get shot?" Or something. I'm like, well, kind of comes with the job, but just the fact of trying to solve mysteries to
mhm,
give closure to families, I
mhm,
love that. I would like
mhm.
watch these like dusty mysteries with my grandfather. Like I'd actually sit there and watch Matlock, not because
Right,
if not because of who the actor was, but
right,
just because of how they follow the evidence and everything,
right.
and that just really struck
Mhm,
me. So the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr., I loved them.
mm,
I
mm,
absolutely.
mm,
Did you see those?
mm. Yeah, I saw one of them. I haven't seen them all yet, but I'm wanting to because I love Robert Downey Jr.
Ah,
Love him.
me
I saw
too.
one of them. I did see the British version of the Sherlock Holmes, which is so good.
Hmm.
You're gonna have to watch that one.
Yes.
Amazing.
I am. I was kind of apprehensive when they cast Robert Downey Jr. Not that I doubted his acting talent, but I said, but if he goes lazy like Kevin Costner and Prince of Thieves and can't carve a British accent, I'm like, no, because
No,
you can't.
right?
Sherlock Holmes is not meant to be American, so he actually
Right.
convinced me with his performance. I was very intrigued.
That's impressive.
But to find this out, so apparently they're going to be doing a series over at HBO Max.
Nice.
So I'm really excited about this. I hope they don't screw it up. I don't know. What are your thoughts,
Ah.
Maria?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's awesome. I just wish they, okay. So I see HBO Max and I'm thinking, God, the price of that is just, I'm a coupon clipper. Okay. The price of HBO Max, I'm like, gee, they better bring on some really good shows in order for me to want to pay what they're paying. Since Netflix has gone up in price, since
Hmm.
Prime's gone up in price, all of these prices are going up. So I'm trying to condense it and trying to pick and choose which ones are my faves. Of course, I have to keep Hulu for The Orville and
Uh huh.
several others.
Just put on an eye patch, find your favorite case of booty, and sail the seven seas. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong stream.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, uh,
I get HBO Max as part of what I call the Darth Vader deal that I have with AT&T. Um,
mhm,
I can never leave them. Let's put it that way. I
mhm,
cannot. I can never leave them. But they do HBO Max. I'm actually impressed because I actually watch HBO Max more than I do Hulu. I still watch Hulu because I have that. Netflix, I have that because I actually share that with family members because we like watching all the Korean shows and everything,
mhm.
as such. But with HBO Max, of course, there's House of the Dragon. I have to see that from Game of Thrones. There was another historical series called The Gilded Age, which was very good. So it was basically like the rise of like the railroad barons in
Mm.
society in New York, very slickly produced. There is a lot on HBO Max that they have. I know it's a little
There
pricey, but uh,
is.
I was not as upset at the price of HBO Max as I was with Netflix.
Yeah, that was like unbelievable. I kept it because my mama, because I share with my mama.
Hmm.
She's like, "Are you really gonna take it away?" I'm like, "I don't want to give him another diamond." Okay, I'll keep it for another month. You say no to mom, you know?
No, no, you really can't. My sister's like, being able to see the Korean dramas and movies are the only thing keeping me sane right now. She has 3 kids under the age of, like, 8. So,
Oh,
she's like, "It keeps me sane."
yeah, I know it. And what's the other show I got my mom hooked on? Promised Land, the one that I've been reviewing with
Oh,
Holly and
yeah.
Latino
That's
Slant.
that's one I have to see
You
eventually.
gotta see that one. It's so
I
good.
saw it. I said that's on the list, that I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
check out for real. But yeah, I hope they do this justice. Robert Downey Jr. and his
Mhm.
wife actually are producing
Oh, nice.
the series. So I'm hoping that this will turn out well. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, considering how much I liked the original movie.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's just good seeing, more great content on HBO Max.
Mhm. Yeah, I do like them. They've changed a lot, which is, I think, they've been really bringing it with shows.
Hmm.
I remember the only time people used to watch Max was when Skinamax had, when they had Skinamax on. That was the only reason people would ever have Cinemax, Skinamax.
Hmm.
But they've really been bringing some good stuff on. I might bend, but I don't know. I'll give up ramen noodles for a week. No,
Oh
just
God, yeah. Uh, Definitely do that. Let's see. Ram
Okay.
Bam 3000 says, oh, I'm sorry, Fat Steven. I'll read this and I'll let you go ahead. Downey Jr. is surprisingly good at Holmes if you accept the scruffy Holmes. Jude Law is miscast as Watson. Really?
Hmm.
I don't think I ever formed an opinion of Jude Law as Watson. That's interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
I need more context. Need a little more context. I'm sorry, go ahead, Fat Seaman.
Hmm?
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I was going to say I heard Robert Downey Jr. has a fat toe.
um.
That
Fat
sounds
toe.
like an inside joke that I'm
Fatto. That's it. Fat toe. Fat toe.
Oh, okay.
I just
I
racing the
heard a
snake tail.
snort.
That's
I
all I'm
heard a
doing.
snort.
Earl Grey hot.
I heard a
Fat
snort.
toe. Let's go.
Wait, Soul Assassin HBO Max is gonna get a new Evil Dead film? Really?
Are you
Ah.
sure?
Hmm.
That's gonna be interesting.
I know they have a game releasing
Hmm.
soon in which Bruce Campbell did a lot more voice lines and it's connecting not only this series that was on Stars, but all the other films in general. But I didn't know
Hmm.
about the series.
I'll have
He's
to talk to
old.
Bruce Campbell about that and see what he
I mean,
says.
I'll call him up on my
Oh my gosh.
phone.
Have you guys ever met Bruce Campbell?
He is something else.
He is if you didn't know he was Bruce Campbell and you're at a convention, you would just think that he was just some other dude
Hmm.
at the convention.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He is so much fun. He is
He is.
literally one of my favorite convention guests.
Yeah, he's a blast.
He is the Lord of no F's to give.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he loves fans. He
Hmm.
loves fans. You bring stuff up for him to sign, and he wants to know all about it. And I said, I didn't watch you in Xena. He's like, that's okay, but I watched you in Evil Dead. He's like, oh yeah, Evil Dead.
Yeah, he's like, all right, whatever.
Bubba Hotep, sorry.
Bubba Hotep. Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
crazy movie.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell is an American treasure. I love that dude.
Hmm.
He is just absolutely hysterical. Let's see. Or PJ says your thoughts on the new Stargate, Lorena. I have not had a chance to check it out.
Is it out yet?
I don't think so. I think they finally did the go ahead
For
because
continuation?
the whole MGM
Yeah.
rights with Amazon had to pass, and I think Joe Malozzi posted on Twitter that he had read the first script and that basically he was cool with it. So we'll see. I mean, for me, Stargate ended with SG-1. I really wasn't that into Stargate, Atlantis,
Careful. Careful
except for
insulting Momoa.
except for Jason Momoa. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been interested in it.
Aye.
I think this is the only show the only Stargate show where I didn't watch it, but I just went to the conventions because the actors are so much fun to hang out with.
Mhm.
Bubba Hotep was genius. Hello, Bonehead. Lies on the floor in fetal position, clutching a Picard plushie. TNG still exists. TNG still exists. TNG will always exist
Not.
in my mind. I refuse to watch Discovery. Uh I gave Picard, the first season of Picard, too much of the benefit of the doubt and wound up paying for it.
Well,
Never going back.
well, I got some sad news for you. The second season of Picard's not even over yet, and they already dropped a trailer for season 3, and it's going to be including the original cast. And
Ooh.
they played the TNG music on
Oh, of
that.
course they are.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
so
I'm not going back to that crap, but
I do. That's
not
hey, what's better, food poisoning or Star Trek Picard?
pretty much. Yeah, I think I'd rather deal with the food poisoning. I
I
mean,
think
really,
at this point.
honestly, let's put it this way. All right, If it wasn't for the Orville, I would not have been able to get the taste of Star Trek Picard out of my mouth.
I agree with Classic Glue. The way they ended Universe, saying, "Oh, we're going to go to sleep," so they're still asleep, going through a part of space, never waking up in a ring builder ship. Oh my god!
It was horrible. I mean,
You
you're gonna come back in a robot's body, but you're gonna come back in a body that's like an 80-year-old man. Are you freaking serious?
and somehow Q is sick. Well, how does an ultimate be
I
whatever we
can't.
call
I
it?
can't. I can't.
You're
I
getting
can't.
close to your
Trek is
Jennifer.
dead to me. I'm just hanging out with my
Just wait.
TNG and DS9 Blu-rays and Orville.
Wait till September. We're going to be getting the motion picture, Star Trek motion picture director's cut,
Yeah, I heard about
uh,
that.
4K release in September.
Yeah, that's why I'm saving up for a 4K player. Picard season 3 principal filming ended last month.
Then they dropped a trailer during season 2, not even at the end.
Uh,
That's all we need. More Marina Sirtis crying and yelling about Trump that doesn't exist in
I
that
don't.
future. That's
Yeah,
great. I'll wait for that. All right. That's all right.
and the thing that's the most heartbreaking for me is I remember what these Star Trek actors were like back in the day at conventions. They were happy to see the fans. They were like, we don't have anything if it wasn't, for you guys. They, you know, were in a rush
Hmm.
to meet the fans, loved hanging out with the fans, couldn't say, enough great things. Now, I don't know who these people are. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Right.
LeVar Burton blocked me on Twitter for contradicting him with logic.
I
Still,
mean, I don't know what I mean. Granted, the stuff that happened with the original series actors, okay, we already knew about the drama going on with
oh
that,
yeah.
but at least it was entertaining kind of flipping drama. This thing with these TNG people, like I said, I don't know yeah, I do. I know what happened to them. Orange
They
Man
ran
Bad
out of
happened to
money.
them, but they're not the people that I remember. And it literally is taking, if I didn't have such great memories from meeting them before they became pod people,
Mhm.
I would have set my autographs on fire because I have a ton of autographs from TNG people, you know,
Mhm.
because I mean, that was my favorite formative Star Trek until eventually I got around to DS9, and people who, I was in college with, we would have TNG watch parties. I mean, engineers, we don't have that much leisure time, but that was actually part of our leisure time. We're going to hang around and we're going to sit and we're going to watch,
See,
Next Gen in
I,
DS9.
I'm always trying to debate if Captain Picard in the Picard series gets too close to, let's say, a microwave or a replicator, does he shut down because of the interference because he's just a walking
Mhm.
toaster right now?
I'm sorry, in the what, my dear?
The Picard in the Picard series, you know how he's now been reincarnated as an old man robot. If he gets too close
Yes.
to a replicator or something, does it like affect him like a pacemaker does near a
Oh,
microwave?
like he freezes up and then falls on the floor like he's been
Yeah,
tased.
yeah. And all he does is apologize till they reset him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
That was very
can't.
hot. I'm
I
sorry.
can't. I can't with that.
Number one. I took a number two. Number one.
Classic Blue Review says, so you see me in DS9, right? I probably have. You're gonna have to give me an episode and let
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
know because I may have actually seen you on the DS9 set back in the day,
Hmm.
actually. So I've actually been on set a couple of times.
And also too, I've also had Patricia Tallman on a couple times, who was lead on Babylon 5. It was also a stunt double for Beverly Crusher and Nina as well for DS9. So yeah,
Hmm.
she's
It's a
good.
Cylon reference next to the microwave. Oh, George Takai, he was the
Uh,
flipping worst. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about George Takai. And then we got to show Maria Satian. I have to literally I need to have a stream and just pull out my autographs and just start telling stories
Stories.
about this. Okay, so George Takei, all right. Him at a convention, I'd rather watch paint dry because what he did, it's I'm not kidding. It's like we'd see, we'd get to see oh my goodness gracious, I cannot freaking believe that I just blanked out. We get to see William Shatner. You know, we saw James Doohan. We got to see, DeForest Kelly, and they're just up there joking with each other and having a great time. Takai gets up there on stage, and the first thing that he does is bitch about William Shatner. Like that's his whole thing. And my favorite movie is, I think it was Star Trek 5 or whatever it was, where he's like, and the starship captain has to bow to, Captain Sulu. And I'm just like, bruh, your beef is with Shatner. What does that have to do with us? And that's exactly what he would do. But we were kind of like, all right, dude, wrap it up. We really aren't interested in like hearing. Nobody was interested in hearing that crap at all. But that's what he would do with every single convention, is just trash, William Shatner. And it was just like, dude, no, nobody wants to freaking see that. Michael Akuda, I met him once, but I haven't. No, I have seen him on stage, but I haven't interacted with him as much as I've seen George Takai. George Takai is extra. The rest of them were flipping cool and just happy to be there and talk to the fans. George Takai, it's just like you give him a stage. Here's the thing, by himself, not with his coworkers, because there's something about his co-stars that keeps that crap in check. But if he's by himself on a stage, it just doesn't work. And the other guy who wrote The City on the Edge of Forever, I'm blanking on his name, but he's another diva.
Mm,
They
I can't
stole
think
it
of his
from me.
name.
We're like, dude, we don't freaking care. We really don't care. We are the wrong audience. We just want to hear about how you wrote this, how you wrote, one of the best episodes in
Right.
original Trek. It's just like, keep your personal beef, off the
At the
convention
door.
stage, but you would be surprised how many of them would do that. Yes, he was one of the artists. I actually have a book, I think, that's signed by him. Oh, you were in past tense. Oh man, that's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. You have to tell me what scenes you were in and who you.
Wait a minute.
I love past tense.
Uh,
Past tense is what got me hooked on Deep Space Nine. Let's see.
uh,
Trinoculus, I think this was before Shatner was doing conventions like seriously, before that happened. But yeah, Shatner's a darn boss on on Twitter, let me tell you. I love watching him on Twitter. Oh, wait a minute. Ram Bam. Yes, that's who I'm talking about, is Harlan Ellison. This is what I'm talking about right here. Without fail, if Harlan Ellison is at a convention, run, because this is all he will talk about. All he would talk about. And we're just like, bro, we don't care, really. Really. Ugh. Yeah. So anyway. However, let's show. I know I kind of went like really kind of rant with that. Uh,
Mm.
let's see. All right. So this is Maria's channel, Maria T and Telly. She is at 605 subscribers, woefully undersubbed. I enjoyed her video that she interviewed someone about tea, because I tea is literally the only thing that I could consume regularly over the past 24 hours. So I immediately assumed it.
Pe-
Tea discussion.
People are like, you're gonna do a show about tea. I'm like, I am tea and deli. Let's get it done. And they
but
love
you can
it.
but you
It's
can
fun.
also use that as a play on words, like you're sipping your tea and go over something you can do a contradiction to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've already
Possibly.
heard this before. Okay, I'll stop talking. Let's go back to my fat corner. All right, okay. This oppression is a
I was
nightmare.
taking notes, okay?
Yep. That's sound. Yeah.
She has a wonderful channel. I love the cat video, because I love cat videos.
Just put it,
I
guys.
Throw
Got
love
those in there.
I love cat videos. They're just so much fun. But there's so much stuff on Maria's channel that is amazing. I can't wait to get into this reaction to Promised Land because I don't know when I'm gonna flip and be able to see it.
Right.
And wait, Jay Lee of the Orville doesn't mind my snorts. I watched that yesterday, and I was in tears. It was so funny.
He cracked me up. That was classic.
Oh,
I have the best guests on as well. I don't know how I get so lucky, but
Yeah, you do.
this is what I was talking about, how I do the book reviews instead. I put a little bit something
um,
different to it.
oh, here we go. Look at this.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah.
I love the disclaimer here. Please pardon the cat hair. That cat hair gets into everything, doesn't it? Because they want
I
to own all
know
your stuff.
everything. I know.
Oh man, well I will definitely have to check this out, folks. Please do subscribe to Maria with T and Telly. Her channel is I love her content. Plus
Thank
with your
you.
voice, it's such a soothing, relaxing
Oh, thank you.
voice. It's like you make people relax and they feel, welcome with checking out your content. So
Now,
See, I'm
it's
not mean to everybody.
now, PJ
Stephen,
wasn't guest. It was best victim. And she just Wesley crushed me just now too. She's like, "Shut up, Wesley."
And you can also, of course, follow her on Twitter. So everything
Yeah.
is in the description box of the video. You can go and follow her over there. And yeah, I'm so glad that you had time to come,
yeah,
to come on the
thank you for
channel.
having me.
I've been seeing you out there for a while doing stuff, mostly with Paulie.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
how you kind of got on my radar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
he was yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I love working with Polly too. He's been so generous about inviting me on to do some things with him, and he's great at giving tips and as
Hmm.
well. Great community. There's a lot of out there. Matter of fact, Andy Masterson's going to be on my show. Not this Friday. This Friday's Dino with Lately a Horror Show again.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
next Friday is Andy Masterson. Right,
Mhm.
Andy? I think I have to ask Tracy. She knows my schedule. And I think I'm hoping to confirm there Lee David Beatty, the one who's going to create the Vampira comic book.
Oh
So
wow.
Mm.
we're getting that. Yeah. See, he says yep. So yeah. So it's I'm trying to think who else I have. I get some great guests.
Tune in. I'm going to announce this right now. Maria and I have a new show on Fridays. It's called Fat Shaming with Fat Steven. And it's just hours of her just calling me fat. So just tune in for that one as well. PJ
Stop
will put my fat ass on every bikini he can find. It will be uploaded once in a while.
it. Brian actually says there. Sorry, I just jumped in. I went before I forget that. He said that I need to go on Doomcock. Actually, I was on Doomcock. He invited me on.
Oh.
I was on Doomcock show, and he's gonna have me on again, but on his Wednesday one, I think.
Mm.
Oh,
I
okay.
forget which show that is, but I'll have to. Yeah,
Very good.
It's
Makani
big.
can draw on your new stream.
yeah. You should
Mm-hmm.
see my Mackany drawing of
Ah,
me. It's awesome. I have it
It's
hanging up. Actually, it's hanging up right behind
let
me.
me see.
fun.
He's
So,
he's such a really good artist.
yeah,
He
he
did the
is.
first piece of art for my channel.
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
he's excellent.
And so
Been a
I just
delight today. It's been an absolute delight.
well,
Lovely delight.
you let a cat into your home, now he owns it. You're just a guest on sufferance. That
So
is
true.
true. That is true, especially when, you see your cat try to murk your laptop.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's just like, what is that? No phone, but the iPad. No, no, no. Everything belongs
Everything
to
belongs to
me. All
yeah.
belongs to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Well, folks, thank you guys so much for being on the show. Again, thank you so much, Maria,
Oh,
for
thank
coming
you
on the
for
show.
having
It's been
me.
an absolutely, absolutely fabulous
It
time.
has been
We
fun.
will have to have you on again.
I would love that. As a matter of fact, I would love to have you come to my show so I can introduce you to those that you don't know, like like Classic Blue Review and a few others. I
Would love
those
to.
that were in here, I think they I don't know which ones you do and don't know. Some of them came from the Dino's channel, some of that I've
Hmm.
introduced. So we've kind of all meshing in together. And but yeah, like Keeley, and so there's a bunch of them in here
Oh, cool.
from my side. So I'd love to introduce them to you as well, that if they don't
Oh,
know you.
I'd love to
I
come
don't know who
on.
doesn't know you, but some have a
I'd love
It's
to.
face.
it's kind of nice streaming on as a guest on up and coming channels because I actually get to relax more.
Do
And
you? Yeah.
I get to relax more, and not only that, but remember what it was like starting out,
Mm-hmm.
as a new channel. You'll notice a lot of times on my streams I'm talking to the chat a lot and involving the chat because
Yeah.
that was where I started.
Mm-hmm.
So the chat is as part of my show, as the panel, and the guests are part of my
That's
show.
exactly it.
So
And I will keep that always because I do that now, and I will always keep that.
thank you, Classic Blue. I'm glad you did that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks. So we are going to wrap it up. Again, thank you, Maria, for being here. Thank you, as always, Fat Stephen,
Thank
for
you
co-hosting.
so
I'm sure
much.
you
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
that, my
It's
dear.
been fun.
And folks, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching this replay. And please do hit that like button, and we will see you next time.